In 2009, Wall Street was the epicenter of the global financial crisis, and fashion was hit hard by the recession that followed. Out of sight of the runways, many who worked in the garment and design industries had to improvise. One of them was Kerri Quigley, who'd started her own clothing line and worked with famous New York department store Bloomingdale's. Forced to close her line and struggling to find consistent work, Kerri began to teach a small sewing class for children. It was a hit, and now students from across America and the world enroll here.
I've always wanted to learn to sew and make my own fabulous clothes. What exactly happens here at the Fashion Experience?
So we teach anybody how to sew their own clothing. So we start at the very beginning, teach you how to use a sewing machine, cut and measure your own fabric. We're going to go fabric shopping today, and you'll come out with something amazing that you've made yourself.
I can't believe I've never learned how to sew. I think it's such a nice skill to have. I think I learned how to knit when I was really young. Who was the first person to teach you?
So I was 8 years old, and my grandmother decided to teach me how to sew. The first project we made was a pair of gloves with all 5 fingers, which was very, very difficult. I don't recommend it as a first project, but it instilled such a passion in me for sewing and design.
What was the inspiration behind the Fashion Experience, and how did you develop it into what it is today?
We were getting so many calls from people visiting New York City, people that love to watch shows like Project Runway or Fashion Week, and they wanted to have this true New York City experience in the garment district.
How do we get started? What's the first step?
Okay, so what I'm thinking for you is a wonderful mini dress that's very form-fitting, very much your style.
So probably like a lower neck and a lower back.
So we can make the back really fabulous and make it super low cut, so super deep.
Love that.
Excellent.
I love it. I think I'm going to want one in every color. Are you often surprised by some of the creativity that comes out of the people who learn here?
It is always amazing to see the creativity in our students, what they come up with, combining colors and different prints and fabrics together. It's absolutely rewarding, and I love seeing it.
A highlight is the visit to the original flagship store of Mood Fabrics, made so famous by reality TV. They boast 4 floors of every kind of fabric. Their in-house blog On the Runway also explains the hottest looks in fashion to help you make the perfect choice.
First step is to make a pattern before we can cut the fabric.
So what happens if I want to make my own dresses at home? How would I know how to make a pattern?
You can draft the pattern with your own body measurements.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So first, our length is going to be 32. And that's the length of your dress from the shoulder to the bottom hem of the dress. And when we're making the pattern, we're only making it for 1/4 of your body. So we have to divide all of your measurements by 4.
There's a lot of mathematics in this. I can see why I didn't become a pattern maker.
Like some of the youngsters who take these classes, Jeannie, let teacher do the maths.
What we start by doing is we have our arm, and this is called a French curve, and this just helps you measure your curves.
Let's see.
There you go.
I can measure my curves.
From here, we're going to go down.
Okay.
So this is you, basically. This is 1/4
Really?
of your body. Yes.
Okay.
And we do have to add our little neckline here
I
as
don't know
well.
if I see it. Oh, that's the dress.
This is the dress.
You can actually see it like this.
Exactly.
Combining the passion for design with practical skills, these classes give school students a head start.
So what we'll do is we're going to take one side and we're just going to fold it over. Place your completed pattern right on the fold of the fabric.
Okay.
So that when we open it, it's a full piece.
So what's next?
So now that we have all of our pattern weights on, we're going to start to cut around the edges of the pattern. After that, we'll do the back piece, and then we start to pin everything together, and then you get to use the sewing machine.
Okay, so this is it. This is an important part.
Yes, so just go ahead and start cutting right there.
I mean, do people come in here and ever get like really major fashion disasters?
No, we try to make sure everybody leaves with something that fits them, that they really, really love. I can already see that you're a natural.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, this is going to be lovely. But because it's me, we're probably going to have to take this a lot lower.
Unlike more out there designs seen on runways which don't necessarily get to market, this is about sewing real and wearable clothing.
Oh, this is going to be so elegant. I love
That's
it.
gorgeous, yes.
Kerri also offers classes in creating accessories and fashion branding. But above all, it's about having fun.
So we place your front piece face up, and your back piece is going to go face down on top of that.
So the dress is going to be inside out. to start
Yes,
off.
whenever we sew inside
Why does that
out.
look so much bigger?
It's so much bigger because we haven't done the darts yet. And then what the darts will do is we'll cinch your waist in.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Love a cinched waist.
You push the pin through the fabric, so it comes through both, and back through, just like that. And about, I would say, the width of your hand, you're going to do another pin. All the way down, just making sure that the edges are meeting up.
Okay. Even though I cut a little bit wider.
Even though you cut a little bit wider, when we go on the machine, we'll sew a little bit more in.
Jeannie loved putting her phone away and creating something real, not on the screen.
This is the fun part.
I've never used a sewing machine before in my entire life.
Sewing is much easier than you think. And we're going to start.
In the time it would have taken to shop for a boutique dress down Fifth Avenue or something alternative from the East Village, Jeannie had created one of her own.
Okay, I made a dress.
Perfect, you're
Now, how do
all
I get
set.
out of here?
So we're gonna pick up the foot, pick up your needle with the wheel, and cut your threads.
I made a dress.
Wow,
Okay, I'm gonna go try it on.
it's gorgeous. Let's go try it on.
So what do you think?
It is perfect.
I made a dress.
Great job. It looks fabulous.
Thank you so much for teaching me how to do it. I feel like I've learned a new skill and I've got a fabulous new addition for my wardrobe.
Some brown paper and a length of fabric later, and Miss D felt like a genius.